Hey, everybody. How you doing? Welcome back. It's your buddy, Uncle Bruce here. It's the final hour of trading for Tuesday, November the 22nd, 2022. We have an hour left to go. We're watching the markets closely, and we're trying to figure out just what is going on today. We have a 353-point gain on the Dow right now, 353 points. We've got the S&P 500 ahead by 45, and we've got the NASDAQ up now by 106. The unique thing, I suppose, just to observe from a distance, is this morning the Dow was up all by itself. It had been, almost a point higher, and the other markets weren't following. Now they've caught up. The S&P is actually up 1.16%. The Dow's up 1.08%. NASDAQ is up 0.97. So either the Dow has been caught by the other markets or the Dow's rise has slowed up and the other markets just keep coming along. In any event, it looks like we're tied within 1/10 of a point, give or take. The oil market is still ahead, but $1.38, nothing incredible. But interestingly, yesterday we saw a $74 handle on West Texas. Right now, we're seeing West Texas with an $81 handle. Interesting stuff to see what's going on there. Never a dull moment. On some of our favorites, Gamestop right now is $25.81. Now, this morning we were at the low of the day right off the bat at $24.70. After an initial up move, we had a down move, and then we recovered to break even just after 10 o'clock in the morning. And then before 11 o'clock was over, GameStop hit its high of the day, and that was 26.45. That was around 10:45 today. That's as good as it got. And ever since then, the stock has backed off and has tried to get over, went under 26, tried to get over 26. Last time it saw that was around noon today, and then lost that within 10 minutes. And now we're at 25.81, and we've been drifting along really quietly ever since. And I don't know why my screen just went blank. There we are. Hope I'm back. Hope I'm okay. We've been kind of 25.70, 25.90 kind of for hours. The volume on good old GameStop today is showing a trading volume now of 3.4 million, 3.46 million. So 850,000 pre-split. This is light, seriously, like real light volume. Not much going on. So that's GameStop. Watching to see if it can gain. It's a 70-cent gain right now, but just 70 cents. With all the talk about Carl Icahn and a short position and denials and people saying no, it's not true, and others saying, oh yeah, it's true. And I don't know. I'm just watching this stock sitting at 25.87. It looks like a nothing burger when it's all said and done. I'm kind of wondering if the street's just going, whatever. I am surprised to see the Dow up. I am surprised to see the markets up across the board. There really isn't any good news for these guys, but I don't know. It is what it is. The market is doing what it's doing, and you can't argue with it. You guys got to just kind of go, okay, market, you want to go higher, then go higher. How much gas you got? How much oomph have you got here? Can you really, can this market really run somewhere? I don't know why. Don't know actually how that's going to happen. But we are, up about a percentage point. So got to give them that. Can't argue with the fact that the Dow is ahead by 388 odd points right now. All right. Ken, I will say we have 43 thumbs ups, and I thank you. Appreciate that. And we had a whole bunch of folks here. Richard's already here. Robert, Spicy, Deep Value, Christina, Nick is here. AJ is here. Welcome. Pulse Guitar, of course. So what's with Sofi? We want to know. Lorraine is here. J-Boy is here. How you doing there, pal? And what else is going on? Number 16 for Ricardo. How you doing? 21 for JR. Aurora's thumbs up number 20. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. What else is going on here? Hawkeye's number 24, Splair 28. Wing Commander's number 31, thumbs ups. Nice. Thank you, everybody. And what can I say? Kashmir says, "Welcome back to a nothing burger day." There you go. Exactly. It's a weird one. It is a strange one. Now, other stocks we follow, ATIP has been mainly positive for the day. A high of 54.8 cents, the low of 50.1. So what is it? 4.7 cents spread. Nothing serious. We're down 0.6 of a point of a penny. 51.5 cents right now on ATIP. 231,000 traded at the moment. That's what we've got over there. All right, ATIP. The bargain hunting continues, certainly from folks from this channel. Tesla is at 169.40. We haven't had much of a range today. The low today, 166. The high of 171. It's like a $5 swing. We are dead in the water here. And there is more bad news than good news. And I don't know why this stock is actually even holding this price. I really wonder. Apple, 149.93, trying to get back to 150. It's a psychological thing. We did touch it an hour ago for 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Got up to 150.05. We're at 149.93. We're trading at 24 times earnings, but those are in the last 12 months earnings, not the next 12 months expected. I don't think we're trading at 24 times next year earnings. I think we're trading at 30, 35 next year's earnings. I think we might be too high on Apple. But it's the leader, so, it's holding its own. GameStop, 25.88. Sofi, 467. Low today, 464. Low of all time, 464. The stock is at its all-time low. You've all been given one more chance to get it cheap. I don't know if this is the low of all time. I don't know how long the stock is going to stay down here at the low of all time. But in this 460 neighborhood, it's the low of all time. And so they continue to grow. They continue to get bigger. They continue to grow their clientele. They continue to grow their cash flow. They continue to they're getting bigger. And the president of the company, CEO, buys the stock for his personal account. So do other senior officers. They buy the stock for their personal account. That's all I need to know. You're buying your own stock down here, and you guys are bringing out better quarterly results every quarter, and you're about to turn the corner into profitability. You're straight with me. It's all good. I can't say the same for others, but I can say this with Sofi. I like the fact that insiders are buying their own stock. I like it. Am I disappointed the stock is down here? Of course I am. But I like what I see with regard to management and cash flow and the growing company's business plan, and I like all that. So I'm a long-termer. I'll wait it out. Okay, HPQ up 7 cents, 29.23. Amazon is up 34 to 92.80. Home Depot is up 9.74 right now. Cisco is ahead by 69 cents here to 48.32. Up 70 cents now. Pfizer's up 86 today to 49.04. Netflix up a quarter. IBM up 2.45. Microsoft is up 2.33. Vanik up 4.38. Adobe up 8.40. Goldman up 3.90. Google up 1.57. You got to wonder, all that green, all those stocks are green. And all of our favorites are underwater. You got to wonder about that. Look at here we go. ME down 8 cents. Rocket Lab down 2. Matterport unchanged. SmartRent down 3. Spire half a penny lower. Cyxtera down 7.5 cents. All the big caps are up, but the small caps are not. That's what's going on today. It's a bias towards big cap stocks. Carvana getting crushed. 6.78 down 28 more cents. Not good for those guys. Target's off 29 cents. JP Morgan up $2. Costco up 8.40. Walmart up 90 cents. Disney down $1.60. Cannot catch a big move up. It's at 96. I mean, it's recovered some of its losses in the last week or two. Nvidia up $6. American Airlines up a nickel today. That's kind of what I've got going on here. I'm watching 382 gain on the Dow Jones right now, and GameStop hanging around 25.89, up 73 cents. Sort of China justify its existence. Not quite 4 million traded today, not even 1 million pre-split. With all the news that could be running this market, all the rumors, Nothing's happening. It's better than there's more trading now in trading volume today than we would have lately. But this is nothing anyway. I mean, it was anemic before, and now it's a little better than anemic. It's still dead quiet. That's what I have to say about all of that. That's what's going on. Home Depot and Chevron gains contribute to the Dow's rally. Oil and Home Depot at the moment. Now, news out of China, not too good. News out of China continues to be potentially bad in that there's lockdowns all over the place in Beijing and in other cities. COVID cases are on the rise big time in China, and this is creating a lot of speculation of what's going on. This has stopped the domestic economy from growing. The domestic economy of China is not busting out and moving up. Obviously, world events are causing China to struggle with exports as well. So now imports could be in trouble because China won't need as much in the way of raw materials if their economy is slowing up. Oil defies logic here, where it's up $1 a barrel today. It's not a great fat move. It's $1. Okay, it's $1. But the thinking is that the China demand for oil is going to be hard to see that rising. The thing that I wonder about is I think Russia is buying a lot. Sorry, I think Russia is selling a lot of oil to China through existing oil pipelines that the countries have. And I think China is more than happy to buy all the oil Russia wants to give it. And China will not buy world oil. They'll buy oil through Russia. And I'm getting the impression that the two countries are working together with different arrangements as to what you send me and what I send you. There's probably a lot of trade back and forth between rubles and yuan to just satisfy each other's currency. They don't have to go to US dollars. They don't have to go to euros. They don't have to go to Swiss francs. They can just trade, rubles to yuan back and forth. Each central bank of each country respects the other's currency, and they trade back and forth with each other because Russians get paid in rubles, Chinese people get paid in yuan, and away we go. And I kind of wonder, is this possibly why oil on the world market is not at 130 to 150 bucks a barrel? Because Russia can sell all the oil it wants to China, all it can deliver. And that's a substantial amount of money coming in for those guys. And that takes the heat off to find other buyers of Russian oil. Now, to be fair and to remind ourselves, Russia is one of the world's largest producers of oil, and they are definitely one of the world's largest exporters of oil they don't need. They have a lot more production coming out of the ground than they need domestically. So if they're moving half their production to China, the other half has to find another way out. Now, with oil pipelines under restriction and damaged in Europe, you now have to find another way to get the oil out, and you'll find a way to, you'll do it through tankers and other means, through satellite countries, perhaps, Georgia, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, and the other stands out there. I don't know. We'll see what's going on here. Anyway, oil is just not taking off in price. I find this interesting. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that are happening here. Anyway, there it is. There it is. There it is. All right. What else is going on here? Welcome all to the show and see what's going on. We've got Sofi at 463 right now, down 23 cents. And what can I say? We've got all kinds of stuff going on out there. This FXT thing, I'll comment on that a little bit. We're going to hear a lot about this. We've only just started. The FXT currency, Bitcoin, mess. It's a mess. I've told you about this for weeks. I've been mentioning it. I've been giving you horror story potentials, like the scenarios of horror stories. We're going to get some of this stuff. I'm sure of it. We're going to hear about some real ugly stuff. some companies might get caught in the whirlwind for a while. I don't believe SoFi has anything to do with the Bitcoin problem. I don't believe SoFi has a Bitcoin problem. But the market is looking for excuses somewhere, and they're looking for names, and they're certainly been selling off some of these other names out there that have been, synonymous with crypto and what have you. Let me take a look at something here. I'm just curious. Like looking at like Coinbase. Oh my gosh! Here's a 1 month chart of Coinbase. We were way up here. This is $79. We're now trading at 43. Ooh, way down here. Not great. And here's a 1 year chart for Coinbase. Look at that. That's 325 a share at the top of the chart there. And look at that drop. Like, geez, these guys long ago got taken to the cleaners. Unbelievable. But what can I say? We're getting all kinds of crazy stories and rumors and feedback. Anyway, I did get that letter, by the way. Thank you for that letter. That's that letter from those senators. Democratic senators urge regulators to monitor SoFi crypto trading. Anyway, we'll see what's going on there. What else is going here? Yeah, crypto makes up an immaterial part of SoFi's business, the company said Monday. Morgan Stanley analyst Jeffrey Adelson sees the development increasing the odds that SoFi will exit crypto entirely and that regulators will increase scrutiny on the bank. We don't believe that regulators would place restrictions on SoFi's ability to grow the bank, which has been a source of robust growth for the company recently. It's possible that SoFi may find itself more heavily regulated with potential or for incremental capital and liquidity requirements. Note that SoFi became subject to banking regulations when it acquired Golden Pacific Bancorp in February. SoFi, which allows members to invest in crypto through its platform and executed by third-party partners, launched in March a feature that allows members to invest part of every direct deposit into crypto. We know that. That though is not the majority of this company's business. This bank does not live and die with crypto activity at all. And so we'll have to see how the street figures this out. But at the moment, headlines are ruling the roost. Facts are not, and detailed information and due diligence is not being adhered to. Right now, people are chasing headlines. And so there are, unfortunately, probably some investors being shaken out of SoFi that are going to regret selling SoFi. Unfortunately, it's 461 right now. Last trade on SoFi, 461.2. The low trade of the stock's history, 460. So that was just a penny or so ago. 460 is the all-time low of SoFi. We're at 461.5 right now. 59 million volume, not 500 million. 59 million. That's a regular day. This is a normal day of trading for SoFi. Bargain, just my personal opinion, bargain. Don't buy any options on SoFi. Buy the stock. Just grab the stock and say, thank you very much. I'll take a lower average every time you give it to me. ATIP 51.5. I'll take the cheap price. I'll bring my average down, way down here. Thank you very much. Tesla, it's 169 on the nose right now. Apple 149.84. GameStop 25.85. Up 70 cents or something like that, 69.70 cents. HBQ 29.20, up 4 pennies. The Dow was ahead by 360 points. S&P by 46, NASDAQ by 115. All three indexes are at least 1 percentage point higher than yesterday's close. With all this talk swirling around, the crypto thing and the oil thing and the war in Ukraine thing and the China debacle thing with their domestic economy and the virus problems they're having, and the markets are up. Just go figure. It's just going up. That's what it's doing. All right, we will continue on. We're not going anywhere. Option writers unite. That's the name of the game. DQ, number 73, thumbs up. Thank you. Let's go. New idea for the channel, taking Sofi public with Uncle Bruce. Duncan is number 74. Thank you, my friend. Just got here. Did we cover Sofi? Is it getting delisted? Little grin there. What else going on here? Right after ATIP. ATIP has to go first, and then we can go to Sofi. Maybe we'll merge ATIP and Sofi together, and we'll have two distinct businesses. How about that? Lots of locations. We'll put in banking machines in each of the ATIP locations. You can do your banking while you're getting your back straightened out. Hey, how about that? There's all kinds of potential here. I don't know. BW, big head fake this week in the markets. BW says pulling unsuspecting suckers in on higher Dow Jones. What's changed? Nada. You've taught us to pay attention to what narrative is being pushed. Thanks for that, Uncle B. You got it. ATIP is still a stock. Wow, it's on sale. It's on a discount. Black Friday deals today. Constantine, thumbs up, Bruce. Duncan, sticks, Mr. Roboto. 52.6 cents on ATIP. We're now up a half a penny. The rally is on with ATIP. Obviously, me talking it up has encouraged people to nibble up the stock, and we're moving again up to the $2 mark. We go, and everyone in this channel is going to be laughing all the way to the bank. Yeehaw! 169 on Tesla, 150 on Apple, $150, 3 cents, up $2 today. GameStop 25.85, not going anywhere. SoFi 463, 3 cents higher than the low. It's coming back. What I've learned, how to fold my arms, says Brian. That's what I've learned around here. DQ, thank you very much, Mr. Roboto, for doing the job nobody wants to do. Alex, DQ, too soon, man. Good thing Deuce didn't hear you about that. We shall see. Up a nickel on HBQ. Amazon up 43 cents. Home Depot up 9.32. Cisco up 73. Pfizer up 89. Netflix holding a 54-cent gain. IBM up 219. Microsoft up 237. Vanik up 466. Adobe up 895. Goldman up 379. Google up 155. Boeing down 60. Moderna up 174. Meta up 122 to 111. ME down 8.5 cents. Rocket Lab is actually up a half a penny. Matterport only down a half a penny. SmartRent down 32 cents. Spire down 1 cent. Cyxtera down 7. So that's what's going on here, following all kinds of reds and greens and everything in betweens. Trying to figure out what is going on with it all, kids. What's going to happen? FTX collapse should be a wake-up call for tougher crypto rules, Elizabeth Warren says. And the Supreme Court denies Donald Trump's bid to shield his tax returns. You remember when he promised to release his tax returns? As soon as those audits were done, it's just a formality, no problem at all. I'm going to be happy to release my financials. Now he's fighting in the Supreme Court to not release his financials. That's an interesting turnaround, isn't it? Interesting, different take on things. He lost that one, even with his hand-picked lackeys in there. They denied him. Interesting how that's working. This is going to be a most interesting time. I don't know. I just don't know. There used to be a time it was a lot easier, but it's not that easy anymore. Okay. What else? I think Orange Boy is going to be primaried. Brian, I think the Bagel Gang could buy out ATIP or Spire. Would be fun to be an owner. We could take these companies over and then form a master corporation and have 8 divisions inside the master corporation. We have the ATIP division, the Spire division, the SoFi division. We just have all those run. They're all owned by one master corporation. That's the Stock Markets with Bruce Holding Company, and we run all 8 of them. And we hire and fire CEOs and get things going. How about that? So simple. It's a piece of cake. 53 cents on ATIP, up again. We're up 0.9 of a penny on ATIP. It's getting ready to take off. How about that? 25.91 on GameStop, a little better. Sofi 464, a little better. Well. What do you know about that? Okay. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff that's going on out there. 25.90 on GameStop, up 74 cents. We got 35 minutes left in the day, and we are done for the day. I suspect that a number of you that have written call options for December the 16th are beginning to notice a decrease in value of those contracts that you wrote. Some of you were writing them in the $4 and $5 neighborhoods, and you're beginning to see lower prices. Time is running out on the December 16 calls. This is November 22. We're open tomorrow, but we're closed Thursday. Half a day Friday, closed 2 days, open next Monday. So in the next 5 days, 6 days, 6 days from now, it's Monday, and we're only trading for 2 or 3 of them. Yeah, we are losing time premium on these December 16s very, very quickly. And within 8, 9, 10 days, we are into December now. And that 16th date is coming up real fast. And so premiums are going to be really depreciating now. You're probably noticing every couple of days, oh, my calls are off another 15, 20 cents. Oh, they're off another 20 cents a share. They are depreciating at a very quick rate. And a lot of you out there are going to be wondering what to do next, depending on how the stock reacts. Down here, 25.92. You take a look at the chart on good old GameStop now for say a month. We've been mainly around this 25 to 27 neighborhood. Most of the time, there's been a glitch below, a little run above, but most of the time, 25, 26 bucks. It's kind of where we're at. A lot of you wrote 26, 27s, $28 contracts, and they're running out. They're out of the money or barely at the money, and they're in trouble. And this is good for you guys. How about that? Rolo is saying that breaking news: pause on federal loans. Federal student loan payments will be extended. The pause will be extended. Mirko, Brian, I think as long as you own shares, you are an owner. Karim, AJ could be the first patient under new management. Nick, number 89, thumbs up. Mirko, might only be a partial ownership level. Mr. Premium, Nick, was that you shorting SoFi? Laughing out loud. Bobby, HBQ turning into the red right now, down 3. That's right. We've got ATIP now 53 cents, up 9/10 of a penny. GameStop 25.95. SoFi 463.5 right at the moment. That's what we got going. So anyway, your contracts on GameStop are slipping, and that's what you want. I'm really hopeful that a number of you are able to take these $4, $5, $6 premiums and turn them into $1 buybacks, $1.25 buybacks, really scoring $3, $4, $5 returns, and then looking into January to roll into the third Friday of January. Whatever the strike calls for. I mean, you'll see what the market is doing, and you'll decide at that point whether to write the same calls again or write a little lower price point or a little higher price point. That we will determine, but offering a little more time, and away we go. Because I have a feeling that between now and about December the 5th or 8th or 10th, most of those December 16s will be out. You'll have long ago bottom back for a nice return, and you've written into January now for high premiums yet again. That is what I'm hoping to see here. And I know there are hundreds, if not thousands, of contracts on GameStop out there because of this channel. And a lot of you guys are going to haul in some serious money here, which is great. Buyback and write for big premiums yet again and bring in a load of cash into your control. And that's where it belongs. Fantastic. GameStop earning in 14 days, says Deep Value. This is your weekly PSA for the week. Always be writing. That is all. There you go. That is all, folks. Happy dappy. 380-point gain on the Dow. We're just kind of flatlining here. The S&P is up 49. NASDAQ is up 128. 1.13% to 1.2%. We're just All three indexes are about the same. Oil is up just 98 cents, is slipping just a little bit. And interesting stuff. See a headline here. Why work longer isn't great retirement advice. Yeah. What should I do for my retirement? I think you should work another 10 years. Now, that's not a good result. That's not a good answer. No, I think the answer is become an option writer and spend winters in Arizona, California, Florida, if you're a North American. Spend winters in Mallorca if you're a European, or somewhere south and warm. And then in the summertime, travel wherever you want, and just trade the market wherever you go. That I think is the retirement advice I would extend people. And I would extend people the advice that make the kind of money in retirement as an option writer. Oh, by the way, retirement doesn't have to be 65. It can be 45. You can retire anytime you want as an option writer. And enjoy life to the fullest. Get the best out of life, and take care of yourself and extend your lifespan dramatically. There you go. What can I say? That's truly a shocking headline. Why work longer isn't great retirement advice. That is shocking, isn't it, Gowdy? You got to wonder, that's kind of an obvious thing. I remember through all the years that I was at my father's music store, behind the counter, dusting off the glass and cleaning the guitars and tuning guitars and vacuuming the floors and taking out the garbage. All the grunt work had to be done. I do recall how watching customers come in and being a people watcher, being trained by my father to be a people observer. And I remember the 60s, mid 60s, when I started this. I was 10, 11 years of age, right until I stopped working at my dad's music store when I was 21, going on to 22. Those are really important years. Those are really interesting for me, where I saw the working man coming into the store. I was in a town that was a union town, and we had construction workers there. We had factory workers there. There were professionals in town, but not that many. That town, Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, in the mid-60s to the mid-70s, was an industrial type place, light industry, let's say, not heavy steel mill type places. We didn't have coal mines or anything like that. We had light industrial. And the city was in transition. It was slowly moving into more electronics manufacturing. The University of Waterloo was really coming on with excellent future career type professions, high tech, software, and that type of thing. But back in the 60s, the guys and girls, but mainly males that walked into my father's music store, mainly men, were hardworking guys. And these were not college graduates. They were not university master's holders. They were high school grads or less. Some had community college, and they were hardworking guys. They had dirt under their fingernails. And I got to observe these people. And it was interesting to grow up and watch this kind of work ethic. But I also saw a shocking number of things. What I found shocking would be, I would see 35-year-old guys coming in that had been construction workers since they were 18, 17 years on the construction job, and these guys were already looking rough. And I'm thinking to myself, as a 15-year-old, I'm having trouble relate to a 35-year-old that looks like a 50-year-old, because I'm 15. I mean, what do I know? But you could tell that when a University of Waterloo student came in and was looking to buy some guitar strings or something like that for their guitar, these were 24, 25-year-olds in school. Some of these master's students were 26, 27. No dirt on the fingernails. They didn't have chronic health problems. They were likely non-smokers for the most part. Where these construction guys, they were puffing all the time. These industrial workers that we had who were working in car plants, they looked really rough. And I thought, man, these guys aren't going to be able to do the job they're doing for another 5 or 10 years. They're not going to be able to do it anymore. I mean, they're going to be like permanently disabled with back problems, shoulder issues, and what have you. It was really interesting to see this. And my father was sort of, occasionally just, mention, we talk about a customer that was just there and kind of thing. we talk about the various professions you could get into once you were working, chose to work full time for a living. And my dad wore a shirt and tie all the time. He always had a shirt and tie on, doing whatever he did. And he kind of looked at me and went, "You're more of that kind of a guy than the guy with the lunch bucket with the dirty hands." And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm not a construction worker, Dad. I'm not that guy, and I don't want to be a factory worker. No, thank you. But I don't know what it is I want to do yet." Of course, 12, 14, 15, you're still trying to figure it out. But it was interesting observing how people looked and how they deteriorated physically very quickly at what I would consider a relatively young age. There weren't any 55-year-old construction workers walking in my dad's store because there weren't any in existence. The only guy at a construction site that was 55 years old was the contractor, the guy who owned the business, and he was supervising the whole thing. He was more of an administrator, not a shovel pusher, anything like that. And that also got me thinking that that guy, when he comes in the store, he wants to buy something for his kid or something like that. Money is not an object. He's got the cash. Where these construction guys, these younger guys, they were getting hammered on Friday night. And the party was on until Sunday afternoon, and then back to the construction site, back to the pit on Monday in rough shape. Where this guy, no, he cleaned up on Monday. On Friday night, he got cleaned up, and he escorted his missus to the German club in town, the Concordia Club or whatever, maybe on Friday night or Saturday. They'd be out socializing with friends. And he didn't look like a hard done by construction guy. A whole different perspective. It was interesting viewing that and learning this at such a young age. You guys as option writers, man, have you guys got a life in front of you that is so different than what I could have ever imagined for anyone 10 years ago. I could not have imagined what is in front of you now even 5 years ago. The ability to trade on a phone your positions from anywhere on the planet. This is a mind blower to me. I remember my parents would travel to Europe every November, at least once a year or every second year, to go to Austria and Germany to find material for my mother's dirndl shop, which was specializing in Oktoberfest costumes. And they would go to the factories where the lederhosen were manufactured, and they would go to all of these factories in Europe that specialized in this alpine type clothing, Switzerland, Austria, Germany. And they'd be gone for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they'd be gone. And we wouldn't hear from them. I mean, we just would not hear anything from them whatsoever. And we had to wait till they returned 3 weeks later. We knew what day they were coming back. It was a Thursday, whatever, down the road, 3 weeks. And that's when we'd see them again. It was just, there was no phone call. There was no face-to-face. There was no internet. There was no texting. There was no nothing. This is 1969, 70, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You were out of touch. You were gone. You were gone. Today, my gosh, I'm going to communicate with you guys live from Palm Desert, California shortly. And if we were to take a quick trip to wherever, I could just grab this computer, my big ass iPad and my phone, and I can set up my little studio here and report to you from wherever we go to, if we go somewhere for a few days. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. The change has been just incredibly dramatic. And it was predicted back in the 60s that this would be the possibility of a normal. But what was not predicted was the fact that you would be able to be portable, and that you would be able to be mobile and be able to conduct business on a handheld device anywhere on the planet. This was not foreseen in 1965. 65, 67, 68, 70. The thought was, yes, home computers would be at home in homes. There would be a computer system that you would be tied into in your house. And you could have a phone call with people on a screen, yes. And there would be financial news available to you off some kind of a machine, but it wasn't thought that it would all be inside this, that this would be everything. And we could never have imagined anything like this in my 20s and even in my early 30s. I could not have envisioned this. And I had no idea that someday I would be talking to people like you who are watching me from wherever you are around the world and giving you my opinion on what's happening with this marketplace, where you can trade your stock options wherever you are in any setting you're in. It's incredible to me. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so excited about it. Larry Titus, I am number 96 on your thumbs up meter. The old surfer joined us today. Number 97 thumbs up. Thank you, pal. We're going for 100. We're living in the future. You are living in a world that was unimaginable in the 1950s, 10 years after the winning of the war. Because the Second World War changed technology forever. I mean, the advancements made during the Second World War that brought the 50s into play, where every household would have a television. Are you kidding me? From a radio to a television, and then color television by the 60s and 70s. Unbelievable. But then from there to what we have now, where children that we have who are 6, 8, 10, 12 years of age and older can master these handheld devices, and their future in the next 20, 30 years, unimaginable for us. I, as a 67-year-old, am grateful to have been around, to have witnessed what has happened so far. And I am unbelievably grateful that I can make a living with this technology, with how little of it I understand, that I can make a living with it. But what blows my mind is my daughter, 34-year-old, by the time she's 67, 37 years from now, what she will be doing, and 30-year-olds, when she's 67, 30-year-olds, what they will be doing will be another level yet again. It is truly something else. It's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. Can I say the world is moving at a fast pace, and it blows my mind. I know how fast time has moved when I watch my favorite movies, and you probably are finding the same thing. You'll watch one of your favorite movies, and you'll comment to yourself, "Oh yeah, that's right. When they made that movie, they only had flip phones." Or in this movie, nobody has a cell phone in this movie. In my favorite movie from whatever, they telephone each other with a phone with a twisty cord on it. My favorite movies from the 50s and 60s, they have that dial telephone. When they wanted to change the mood of the room to a more romantic setting between man and woman, someone turned on a record player. You realize, oh my God, this has happened in my lifetime. The changes that have happened in my lifetime to right are unbelievable. This really is amazing. Crazy. A portable television studio. No wonder your president has got to be an actor. He has to look good on television. That's right. Who would have thought a movie actor would be the president of the United States? Unthinkable. Pulse Guitar, I don't know what number, but damn it, I smashed that thumbs up button. Thank you, Pulse Guitar. Or Alberto. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Will Sofi taste 450? We're 466. We're going higher. ATIP up to 53. We're going higher. JR Alberto, that the world went to hell in a handbasket while you were out, but I think we're okay now. Jim, welcome, Jim Stevens. Now we just say, Alexa, play Despacito to set the mood. Yeah, that's right. We talked to something in the room to play the music. JR, we come from the day of getting out of your seat on the couch to change the TV channel. That's right, DH. I am number 112. Bruce, you are way over 100 thumbs ups now. This is awesome. DQ, that's the word again, heavy. Is there something wrong with the Earth's gravitational pull in the future? The word heavy. You're always using the word heavy. What is that? I mean, do you remember that fact that Pepsi Free, you can't buy Pepsi Free anymore? In 1985, Pepsi Free was the new thing. There is no Pepsi Free. Tab, do you remember the drink Tab, the first version of Diet Coke? Erased from existence. So even watching Back to the Future, 1985 setting, there is Marty McFly in 1985 without a cell phone. And if I recall, Marty traveling to the future in 2015, Doc Brown had a version of some kind of a cell phone that doesn't exist today because it was so rudimentary. We'd laugh at that thing today. The real future has changed. Jim, if you want Pepsi, you want a Pepsi, you got to pay for it, pal. Tab, you haven't even ordered anything yet. Uncle Bruce, I thought a Fidelity dividend check was coming in the mail today. Instead, Lon Nichols, thanks, pal. Thanks, Lon. Donation on PayPal. Today said a letter telling me they're sending a check. Laugh out loud. Buying class number 2 when I get it. Rock and roll pulse guitar, no problem. DQ, just give me something without sugar in it. JR, Tab was nasty. Saccharin was used as an artificial sweetener. DQ, pulse guitar, please join the meeting to talk about the meeting we're going to have the next time. Oh, man, things have just evolved unbelievably. It is incredible. Have you, any of you folks out there, seen the show called The Offer? Have any of you watched that? I think it was a 10-part series about the making of the movie The Godfather. And it was all the trials and tribulations that they were having over at Paramount Studios to get this movie made back in 1971, 2, something like that. I think it was 72 it came out. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the movie because I love time period pieces. And this story is pretty cool. The movie The Godfather, I've seen it a million times. But I really enjoyed the making of that show and the explanation of how all the stuff they had to go through to be able to pull this off. I'm not sure on what service you watch it on. We watched it on, I think, on a Paramount link or a Paramount app or something. I have no idea. But yeah, really interesting. Really interesting movie. Behind the scenes stuff and trying to figure out a way to make this thing happen with the budget they had and the limitations they had and the infighting that was going on and worried about the mob and had all kinds of issues on their plate here. We're at 53 cents on ATIP and we're at Sofi at 466.5. That's 6 cents higher than the low of the day, maybe 6.5 cents higher than the low of the day on Sofi. It's my all-time favorite movie, says Cindy B. Yes, Mr. Premium. Anyone remember when you had to have an entire wall of electronics and speakers to play music? Now just a small football-sized Bluetooth and cell phone. Pulse Guitar, DQ, Smile, and Option Nomads. We're number 112. Jim Stevens, it's on Paramount Plus. That's right. Coyote, my grandfather looked, behaved, talked, and dressed like Vito every day. He passed in 2009, but I always think of him when I watch that film. Coyote, he was born in 1927. I believe my father gave me the book. He gave me the paperback version of Godfather. And he said, you want to read this? The movie's coming out. You want to read this before you see the movie. You might enjoy it. It was a thick book, I'll tell you that. A very thick book. Yeah. Hello now from Firenze, Italy, says Options Nomads. Talk about traveling and trading options full-time while on holiday. Right here is the example I'm talking about. Here are two people who have had their lives completely changed because of options. You got to love this. I love this so much. I am so happy for these two. I am looking forward to many of you in the next year who will be telling me, we are here. We're in South America. We're in Hawaii. We're in Alaska. We're in Europe. We're in Canada, we're in USA, we're over here, we're traveling, we're trading and traveling. I can't wait for more and more and more of you to be doing this. This is going to open up the world to you guys. No more cubicles for you. You're going to be thinking about this. You're going to be at a place like Firenze, Italy, somewhere in the Czech Republic, somewhere in France, somewhere in Spain, wherever, and you're going to look at each other if you're traveling with a significant other, and you're going to go, "Can you believe how our lives have changed in the last year since we started writing options full time? Can you believe it?" And you're just going to be pinching yourselves, not going. You can't believe it. You cannot believe that we got away from this world that we were stuck in, this rat race, this merry-go-round, just going around and around, meeting after meeting, and objective after objective, and disappointing, frustration after frustration, to now be doing this. It's a whole other world. I look forward to it. A Paisan, right on options. Coyote, cheers. Coyote, cheers to you. 378 points for the upside for the Dow with 9 minutes left in our session. We're up 50 points on S&P, and we're up 135 on NASDAQ. There you have it. Again, a special thank you, a special shout out to Lon Nichols. Thank you, Lon, for this donation on PayPal. We will add that to the Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife hip replacement surgery fund that we're working on. I thank you very much. All donations are gratefully accepted, no matter how big or small, and we love you guys for it. Fantastic. Jen is jacked up, but she's trying to stay calm. She's trying to stay cool and collected. She has a lot of work to do here before we get out of town, but she knows we are getting closer and closer to the big day. To get going. A dude is saying member for 2 months, Gold Bagel member, 2 months and counting, but I was a hardcore lurker at one time. Now I've been a Gold Bagel member for 2 months. Thank you, dude face, for that. I really appreciate these. I love getting these notifications from you guys. And Moon Namu, thank you for hitting those emojis on the knee emojis. For whatever reason, YouTube wouldn't let them out right away. But in honor of all of you being Gold Bagel members and Chillin' with Uncle Bruce members, as long as you have, I want to send all of you a special batch of knee emojis from the Knights of Knee, and hope that your trades go the direction you want and make you nothing but ridiculous gobs of money. And I hope a whole bunch of you folks will begin to say goodbye to your day job existence, begin traveling, take your children on trips that you never thought they'd be able to go on, take your significant other and go experience life in a whole different way that you never thought possible, at least for a decade or two or three. Thank you, Larry Titus. Thank you, pal. And Deep Value, thank you. Thank you also to all of you guys, all the rest of you who are putting these knee emojis up right now. Appreciate it. We love it. We want this to work and be very profitable to all of you. Untamed Viking, Mr. Premium of the option, Deep Value, DQ, there they are. Here come the knee emojis. They're coming. Can't stop this market now. Fabulous, everybody. I love it. It is awesome sauce stuff. We're trying to go up 400 on the Dow, but Peloton stock drops as analyst says road to comeback is getting tougher. Well, I can imagine for those guys. Credit Savage of Wall Street, thank you. JR, thank you. Bama Babe, thank you for these knee emojis. Untamed Viking is just unleashing a ton of them. Aurora's here. Here come the knee emojis. Neat, all over the world. They are coming out right now. There's no stopping the knee emojis. ATIP is up 1.9 cents to 54 cents. Cannot stop ATIP from going up. The stock is going higher. I think we're gonna catch a bunch of short traders with their pants down on ATIP. That's all there is to it. What can I say? Moon Man Moo, here comes some more of those. And same with Untamed Viking. Mirko has got them coming out. Knee emojis are coming out from all over the place, all around the world. 53.4 cents on ATIP. Tesla 169.79. Apple 150.01. GameStop 26.09, up 93 cents. Sofi down 20 cents at 466. Low today, 460. All-time low, 460. We're now 466. That's what's going on. Sean and Wendy, God is amazing. The thumbs, the neat emojis are coming out of there too. Uncle Bruce, probably confusing myself, says BW. Say you have calls out to 2025 and write shorter poor man cover calls. If a stock happens to just run hard and you get exercised on the short, what happens to your leaps? Nothing. Nothing happens to your leaps. What happens is that a bunch of dough shows up in your account and you're short the shares. And all you need to do now is buy the shares back, cover that short position with the cash they gave you, plus the cash you've been sitting on from the option writing that you did in the first place. And now write new calls all over again on those deep in the money calls you're sitting on and keep right on writing. Right, Old Surfer, I had to grab more Sofi at these prices. I can't blame you there. Credit Savage, nothing better than eating at a 5-star restaurant and paying $600+ for dinner and knowing that covered calls paid for that dinner and it's all disposable income. Surreal. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. There's no better feeling than that. Karen is number 116 thumbs ups. Thank you so much for that. So appreciative of all of you guys coming through for us. Yes, writing options can be very liberating. And the thing about it is at the office, wherever you're working, the money you're getting is kind of locked in. It's sort of set, and you negotiate it every once in a while, like maybe once a year, maybe not. Option writing, you're never limited to what you're going to make on option writing. Option writing comes back, forth. You can add more deep in the money calls when you want and start writing additional contracts and give yourself that 10-20% raise in revenues. I mean, there's ways to build up cash flow. Thank you, Constantine. Have a great day. We got 3 minutes to go. Have a good one. Deep value. Neat. It's going through here. We're down. What are we up now on the market? We're at 404 on the Dow. ATIP is up 1.4 cents to 53.5. Tesla is at 169.99. Apple 150.28. GameStop 26.19. We got Sofi 465.5. 465.5. Cashmere. The Credit Savage Wall Street. Wow, I like your style. I hope to grow up like you someday. Mr. Premium of the option spiders are above 400. Yeah, because the S&P is 4,000, 4,003, up 54 points. NASDAQ up 151 right now. That's what's happening. What's going to happen? Having fun around here. ATIP 53.5. Can it hold the gain, or will there be a late seller to drop it? Will one of those shorters sell 10,000 shares to try to make ATIP go down again, give it a negative print, or will it come out with a positive print tonight? We've only got 291,000 trade on ATIP. I don't know. We'll find out. 26.20 on GameStop, up $1.04 with now 2 minutes left to go. Larry will hit the bells to close the day down shortly, and we will deal with it. Oil up 113, GameStop 26.22, 26.26 at the moment in the session. Welcome everybody to the show, and welcome to the party, pal. We've only just begun to make money. We've only just begun. So much to do, and so much in front of us to get our hands on. I love it. Exciting stuff. Trillions of dollars out there in that option pit. We just get our fair share. The Old Surfer HPQ earnings after the bell today. 29.26, up a dime at the moment. See how it goes. We shall see how it goes. We have 1 minute left. DQ, boom. I bought 1,000 Sofi, 465. I scored them. Nice steal. BW, thanks, Uncle Bruce. Watched the lesson on that a few times and just realized still have a lot to learn. Teach me, oh, professor of poor man cover calls. My pleasure. We'll keep it going. We're learning every lesson every week. 14 lessons now for your enjoyment out there, kids, to understand how options work and get yourself into the self-employed department. Credit Savage. It all starts with class number 1, folks. There's no get-rich-quick scheme. You do the work, you make the money. If we're making money in a bear market, imagine how much money we're going to make in a bull market. Larry, Thank you, pal. The thumbs are here. Okay, 4 o'clock meeting. Right on DQ. You take care. Larry from JR. DQ. Thank you, Larry. Jim Stevens just filed, or Phil, just Phil, 200 SoFi at 464, right under the bell. And BW DQ, good evening. Yeah, SoFi 464 at the very end here. Bama Babe says Larry is our constant bell. Richard Garland, neat, right on. 53-cent last trade on ATIP. It looks like up 0.9 of a 9/10 of a penny, almost up a full penny. 397 gain on the Dow, I think, is what we got here. We've got waiting Fed minutes to come out. I think is that tomorrow, Wednesday? I think so. We got Apple at 150.18 up 217. GameStop 26.24 with a 108 gain. The high of the day was 26.45. The low 24.70 today. We got SoFi at 4.64 down 23 cents. We have HBQ up 20 today at 29.36. Now we got to keep an eye on HBQ for the after hours. Their earnings will be released after the bell. We'll see what they say there. It could be interesting. They may have a lower price. Then again, they might react much higher because we watched Dell and others, not so great. No, we'll see what's going on. HBQ is trading right now at 5 times earnings with a 29.26 price. So I don't see there's a lot of downside here, but we'll find out. BW, every time a bell rings, a poor man covered call gets its wings. You gotta love that. That's romantic. You gotta like that all the way. Amazon gained 74 cents. Home Depot was up $8. Cisco up 76. Pfizer up 92. Netflix up 164. IBM would gain 242. Microsoft up 298. Vanik gained 627. Adobe 939 higher. Goldman Sachs gained 366. Google up 150. Boeing down 48 cents. Spire up 1 penny. Cyxtera down 8, SmartRent down 2, Matterport up 2, Rocket Lab up 4, ME down 8. And there you go. A little mixed market on some of the smaller stocks, but a big update, or relatively big update for the Dow, 1.1%. The Biden administration extends student loan payment pause as debt forgiveness plan remains mired in litigation. Amazing how many states will not allow former students to get out of debt. It's unbelievable how governments will hold people back like that. It's just mind-blowingly baffling to me. I'm blown away by it. What can I say? It is what it is. HPQ is sitting at 29.25, showing down 11. We are just waiting for the aftermarket to open up, 29.09. And we're waiting for results on their financials. That's what we're waiting on. And let's see if we can go here. Here we go. We'll go there, and we're going to go over to here. Okay. Let's pop this up here. There we go. We got that going over there. We'll get the HPQ symbol. Earnings announcement expected. 29.09 at the moment on 3,700 volume. Nothing yet happening. No announcements yet released on HPQ. That's the scenario we're waiting on right now. We saw Citi and we saw Bank of America today drop target pricing for HPQ. 27 from 30 for Bank of America and 31 from 33 by Citi. And HP downgraded to neutral from outperform at Credit Suisse. That was earlier today. See what's going on with the stock, how it reacts to this aftermarket after the earnings. 29.38 now, unchanged. 83,000 just came through. We'll see what this is, if there's an announcement coming out here. Should be at any time. Watching and waiting. HPQ, waiting for the update on HPQ. 29.38 up a penny right now on 83,000. Waiting for headline earnings to be released. And And let's see, nothing else there. No news yet. We're waiting for news. 29.38 at the moment. 29.25 down 13. Still waiting for an announcement on HPQ. All righty. Let's see here. What else is going on? Let's go. Coyote, I was reading about poor man cover calls on Fidelity, and there is a requirement that the writer has 10,000 in an account balance. I found it funny, or maybe ironic. Splair, all right. I wish you all a pleasant evening. Catch you tomorrow. Thank you, Splair. BW, a Red Bull Fluke Tog competition. Yep. Poor man covered call takes flight. Credit Savage is saying, damn, tattooed chef is 171. Wow, Uncle Bruce, I know you know nothing about this stock, but it's a company that sells plant-based food at Whole Foods. They weren't compliant with NASDAQ and got smacked. Interesting. AJ, BW, I saw Flu Tag in Tampa 1 year, and it was hilarious. BW, AJ, I would imagine it would have been. I love those videos on YouTube, the Red Bull videos about the Flu Tag for all the years that they've had them, for like 10, 12 years now. They're fantastic. They're absolutely hilarious. Nick S. Wouldn't be exciting if JPM or GS buys Sofi for 200 plus. I'm just dreaming, Wouldn't that be neat if they took them out for big money? 29.25 on HPQ at the moment. That's all I've got. No news. 29.01. It must be out. We're down 35 cents. We're heading south on HPQ now. 93,000 traded. 29.20. Back up to 29.20 again. Down 18. We're getting some reaction here. There must be some news coming out on HPQ somewhere. Nothing yet that I can find on earnings. 29.38 now, up a penny. 93,000, I think. I can't be more specific than that. That's all it says on CNBC. I don't know who to believe. 29.20 to 29.38 seem to be the different quotes on HPQ. Okay. If anyone sees anything, let me know. See what HPQ says. How did you guys do today? Were you happy with your markets today? Are you happy with your options? Are you finding that your options are shrinking like you were hoping they would? It's going to accelerate now for December 16th. These out of the money calls are going to shrink out fast. We'll watch for that. 29.05 again. 29.19, 29.05 on HPQ. 29.01 on HPQ on one device, 29 on the second, 29.01 on the second, and 29.01 on the third. All three devices are showing 29.01 down 37 cents. Those of you who have written HPQ calls did roll-ups, you're now watching tomorrow morning while your contracts are going to react. If these shares want to go down a half a buck or a buck, we'll see how these options work for you. Never a dull moment. 29 even on HPQ. $29 even on HPQ at the moment. There must be earnings out if this is going on right now. There must be. But I don't have anything on Market Watch. It's not helping me. 29.09 now. 9 cents better. 29.09 on HPQ right now. All right. Duncan, take care. Bruce and Gold Bagel members. Fool of a took. Gowdy, is that like cash balance or overall portfolio? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, now I've never heard that rule before either. 29.09 right now on HPQ, down 27 cents at the moment. Okay. Oh, I'd pass out if anything like that close to ever happened. Fool of a took. I've gotten denied level 3 option twice on Merrill. Overall portfolio is like $9,000, so maybe that's why. Let's see here. 29.04 now on CNBC on HPQ. Let's see. Still haven't got an answer or a result yet on any on any financial results or releases. 2904, 2902 is what I see here, and I've got nothing new being said by anyone. It is now 10 minutes after the close. This is sort of the moment you'd expect results to be released by the company. 2902 is where I'm at right now. And we'll just do a refresh over here. 2904. The fool of a took to the Gaudy saying fool of a took overall portfolio. I'm pretty sure. 2904 on HPQ. 29 even. 2904. And news release, none yet. No financial news release out. 2905 to 29 to 2905 seems to be the indication. Coyote says, poor man cover call is level 2 infidelity. Have you tried applying for that? Fool of a took, you might look into it. Fool of a took, Coyote, gotcha. Maybe Merrill has a similar policy. I'm not stressed, though. I'm in this for the long haul. I'll get there soon. I will get there. 2904 on the stock of HPQ so far. 2902 to 4 seems to be where we're at right now. Okay. Waiting on HPQ to speak and give us the latest announcement. Do they have earnings released yet? We don't see them at the moment. Okay. Anyone sees it? Let me know. We'll see what's going on. Okay. There we are there. 101,000 traded, apparently. That's all I got. I got no announcement. I have no announcement. Waiting for an announcement after the bell. Okay. Let's see. 2905. 2905. Okay. There you go. Okay. 2905. I have nothing else being said about HBQ here yet. Okay. I'm going to try this now over here. Let's see if I can do that and that and that. And see if this works over here. Kathy Woods is talking about FTX. ARK Investments saying FTX was fraud, but it's not Lehman or Madoff in size. And don't have anything being said right now on HPQ over there. I'm looking at Bloomberg. Nothing on Bloomberg. 2905 on HPQ last trade. I do see that, but I don't see any announcements yet on HPQ. And let's see. Folks are talking to each other here about other stuff. And yeah, nothing else there. All right. Still waiting on HPQ to speak, to make a press release. Nothing yet out that I can tell you about. 2905 last indicated trade. Okay. There we are, 2905. 103,000 according to CNBC volume at this point. All righty. All righty. Okay, let me go over here and take a peek at this. See what this looks like. Ah, yes, there we are. That will not do anything for us. Let's go over there. Okay. Still nothing on HBQ that I can tell you. Okay, I see HBQ at 27.81, so it must be out now. HPQ, okay, it must be lower now. Here we go. 27.81 down 157, 27.68 down $1.70 on HPQ. The announcement has to be out. So let's see if we can get that to show over here. HPQ, still waiting for the announcement to officially be printed. $28 now on HPQ. 28.21 down $1.20. 28.33 down $1.05. A lot of volatility here in the aftermarket, which is kind of normal. But we don't have an official press release out yet on its earnings. I still have nothing official in front of me here. HPQ is dropping. We do see that. We are seeing it dropping, which means options that have been written are going to drop off tomorrow, obviously. 28.56, 28.49, 28.05, 28.49. We're all over the map here, down 89 cents at the moment on HPQ. So we're seeing some volatility, but we're definitely seeing downside movement on the stock. Definitely downside movement on the stock. So there's got to be financials that are disappointing somewhere. Outlook disappointing. Something is disappointing somewhere. Still haven't got the word. Trade of 225,000. 28.75 down 63. 29.05 down 32. 29.76 up 39. You tell me what's going on. You want to tell me what's going on? Unbelievable. 29.75 up 38 cents right now on HPQ. We're up 30 plus cents. So, hey, anybody want to tell me what's going on? $29 even on the stock. 29.75 up 37 cents according to CNBC. They're going up now. 29.23 on Market Watch. 29.18 on Yahoo Finance. 29.25 on CNBC. The aftermarket is the Wild West, kids. You just have to kind of don't take it too seriously. 12% workforce cut. I wrote 28.50s for December too. That's where I want it to be, says Tiff. Right now, 29.17, 29.14, 29.14. So talking about cutbacks in workforce. This is not an uncommon story. We're hearing this all over the place. And we don't have an update. I don't see an update here on CNBC at all at the moment. Let's see if I can do a refresh. Maybe it'll give me a refreshed look. 29 even over there. 29.38 on Yahoo Finance. 29 even on CNBC. Okay. And no news yet. I got nothing. What a gyration here. Oh man, what a crazy gyration. 28.95 down 43 cents. $29 down 37 cents. 392,000 traded. 29.05 again on CNBC. That's what's going on right now. HPQ, we do not know what the company has yet said. As far as I can tell you, I've got nothing. Yep, still nothing. Nothing yet released. And HP plans layoffs with PC demand slump stretching into next year. That just came out 3 minutes ago. HP to lay off 4,000 to 6,000 employees globally over the next 3 years. This is a nothing burger. This is not a shocking announcement. Over 3 years, I mean, come on. That's how many people retire from old age over there. I mean, that really isn't anything to get excited about. What are the financials here? 29.01 is where we're at right now. And that we don't have we don't have any news yet. No financials released. 29.06. It's a 12% decline in workforce, as they seem to be indicating. Of course, they can change their mind anytime they want. They don't have to follow through with it. So there you go. Here we go. CNBC's covering it now. Bama Babe, first quarter earnings of 70 cents. Analyst consensus of 86. Let's see here. Revenue declines by 11%. 11% decline in revenue. Oof. 11% down. Yikes, down she goes. Numbers are not that surprising. 29.10 down 27 cents. The stock was $40 a few months ago. So at 29, we're down 25% from 40. So Bargoon City down here, 29.10, 29.02, 29.10 is what we're looking at right now. So CNBC is covering it now. Finally, the results are coming out. Nothing yet on the news results on the news wires, other than the layoff story. That's the only one I got. 29 even on the stock, 29.06. That's what I'm showing. Volume on CNBC now, 463,000. And cost cuts for HP and 12% of workforce layoffs coming. And let's see, we now have still don't have the announcement on the earnings on here. Still don't have anything there. Nope, haven't got it yet. So there you go. 29.06, 29.10, 29.08. We're off 30 cents. Not a big deal. The street seems to be quite calm about it all, from what I see here. And nothing in writing anywhere that I can read you at this point. Dividend increase of 5%. They're going to raise the dividend by 5%. They have cash on hand, big reserves of cash, obviously. Interesting. The yield on the stock, 3.4% as of the close. Now a 5% boost in dividend. The dividend will go up 1.25 cents to 26.25 cents. Interesting. It's on Yahoo Finance under the HPQ ticker. For the fiscal fourth quarter, HPQ posted revenue of $14.8 billion, down 11 from a year ago, but a hair ahead of the street consensus of 14.7. Revenue was down 8%, so they met their expected results, and so we know everyone lowered guidance all over the place. Companies come out and meet guidance, and there you have it. The shares are off a bunch from their highs of the year. Here you go. The old surfer, HPQ, beats across the board. There you go. HP, fourth quarter, 85 cents, down from 94. Sales 14.8, down from 16.6. TIF, future ready transformation plan estimates annualized cost savings of least $1.4 billion by the end of the fiscal 2025, and restructuring other charges approximately $1 billion. So there you go. There you go. Not an uncommon statement to be hearing. Everyone's doing it. 29.12, 29.13. We're only down 24 cents. There you are. So this is a nothing burger. Theoretically, the stock might slip a little in the next day or two. It could. If the overall market slips, this will slip, sure. And options will shrink out, as you guys well know, as these days go by and this week goes by, because this week is a killer for option premiums. Thanksgiving week is a killer week for options. Have a good day, folks. We'll see everybody tomorrow, says Matthew. AJ, have a nice evening. Thanks, Uncle B. Uncle B, you got it. All right, guys, I'm going to pack it into 29.21 now, down 17 cents on HP. Not a big deal now on the price movement anymore. We seem to have calmed down, and we seem to be okay with what we seem to be hearing. So there it is. I will pack it in. The point is, they lowered guidance. They beat lowered guidance, says BW. So they want to give the market a win. Exactly. That's what everyone's doing on Wall Street. Remember, in Wall Street, they never tell you to sell stock, ever. You never sell. You always stay in the market. There it is. The old surfer, like you say, Uncle Bruce, companies lower expectations, then meet or exceed them. Nick S., it's so wrong on companies to lay off people because they did do poorly in the market. Don't you all see the problem here? People top who are making decisions, the ones who should be get booted because of their failure to execute. There you have it. Brian, Nick, 100% agree. Top guys will get bonuses too for laying off all the workers. There you go. For meeting lowered expectations, you get a bonus. Yes, it never ends at the top. It's always a good time at the top. The problem is you can't get there. Tiff, Sofi should lower guidance so they could have way above expectation earnings. What? They have them anyways? Oh, well. There you go. All right, kids. Have a great evening out there. Stay healthy for me. I'll join you again tomorrow morning. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Don't forget tomorrow night, Primetime Live for Gold Bagel members, 8 o'clock Eastern. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Have a great afternoon, a great evening out there. We'll watch these markets overnight. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Let's get richer tomorrow. Thank you all so much for your loyalty to this channel and for all your support. Okay, guys, take care. We have thumbs ups, 131. Not bad at all, I say. Thank you, everybody, for helping out. We'll talk to you later. Have a pleasant evening.